Salve populace. So today I am going for a ride where I'm going to be practicing the IAM slow riding, and then I am going to jump on the motorway because I know that's happening in the next lesson and I haven't ridden motorways much. Jump on the motorway up to Cullompton because that'll be more than boring enough for me, and then come back via the main roads, and then job done. It's very funny light today. I mean, it's 20 past 12 on a Saturday, and it's weird. It feels like it should be like 4 o'clock, if you know what I mean. I don't know, I'm just wondering if this is the snow that we're not going to get. We won't get it. Haze. We never get snow in Exeter, not worth talking about anyway, because we've got our own little microclimate. It's very frustrating because I love snow and sledging, and just the quiet that you get with snow is amazing. So anyway, we're not going to get it, but it does look like something is gathering here. Yet again, I'm wearing a lot of layers. I'm wearing my B&W trousers, riding trousers, over my RST jeans. So I've got double thickness warmth. Oh, and I've also got a pair of thermals. And then I've got a thermal top. My all we do is Brap top. And a polo neck. Then the lining for my jacket. And my jacket. I don't know how cold it is, but it just felt cold, so I know I'm going to be hitting 70. So I thought, you know, let's dress warmly, which means I'll get really super hot doing the slow riding. I'm not going to be doing it for that long though. Just want to see if I can do what they want me to do, and yeah, then I'll just hit the road. Oh, someone's been vaping. Enough of the cold. Oh, sped up a bit there. Look at that pothole. I mean, come on. I've closed another road. Brilliant. Shoulder checks, come round. just my sod's law, or just my luck, or sod's law. If there's a big event in this car park I'm going to go to. That's alright. Plenty of space over here. So I have to ride at a walking pace, accelerate, ride at a walking pace, accelerate, ride at a walking pace, U-turn, I haven't done these for a while. Feels weird. U-turn. U-turn. Stop. With my right foot down. Awesome sauces. Don't know why I'm climbing up. Start on full lock. Awesome sauces. Slalom. Let's try another U-turn. Is that the width of a road? Can't work it out. Don't think it is. Let's have a look. Might be. I think it's a little bit narrow, but fuck it. If it's narrow, isn't it? Okay. Over the shoulder checks. Indicate. Smooth U-turn. Over the shoulder checks. That was shit. I put my foot down, twat. I haven't done slow riding for a while. Shows, doesn't it? Okay, try again. There we go. Oh, that was a very tight U-turn. That was epic. Alright, let's see if I can do it. Full lock. See what happens there. Yeah. Not smooth though. Not as smooth as I used to be. Didn't get enough revs, that was silly. Pull away then turn, Matt, come on. Must be rugby practice. Yeah, okay. Slow ride. Accelerate. Slow ride. Circle, 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 circle. See, I was way more confident doing this on the Vosges 300 for some reason than on my own bike. I'd only been riding the Vosges for less than an hour at that point I came here, which is very weird. Oh, slalom! Whee! Okay. It was slalom, slow speed doing it, hard lock, U-turns. I think that's everything, to be honest. I used to do that for an hour, just practicing everything. Took me a long time laying it all out as well. I need to get back to doing it, but just wanted to get this ride in before the bloody snow and the weather and everything else comes. Of course, I go into false neutral. Oh, epic. That's my right of way. Potential for them to come out on the other side, potential for them to swing wide. I'll just come in, avoid the thing. It's 20 speed limit, pedestrian. Was he looking to cross? No, he wasn't. So yeah, I'm just chuntering around to myself. I'll probably cut most of this out. Oncoming traffic, my side of the road, my priority. Not priority, but you know what I mean. Round I go. Indicators off. Check mirrors. Gosh, why is it so busy? That's a beefy bike. I'm going to be doing town riding, motorway riding, dual carriage riding, whole thing. Go on. So, might as well get that practice in. I've got a lot of town riding done. I'm better at filtering now. So it'll be interesting to see what town riding IAM style looks like. So I'm not going to filter because we're going more than 20 miles per hour, and at this speed it's then overtaking. Nice and wide so that nobody opens their car door, dog doesn't jump out, or any other number of things. Looking far ahead, see who's got the brake lights on, who hasn't. No one has. Car on the right hand side might pull out, doubt it though because the oncoming traffic's there. Move into the right hand lane. They're not all going to fit in. I need to start putting yellow hatches on there. pull away in second. Oh my god, that's a 3-pointer. Jesus, and now I've gone into neutral, because of course I have. Is he going to go or not? Very funny weather. Leave myself in the escape route. I'm in the correct gear. Just checked that. This guy's a bit of a spotty driver. And again, see, it didn't fucking change. That lad's actually watching fucking TV on his phone. Oof. You're making such a violent turn for. Oh, done it again. Didn't change. There we go. Arseholes. So I'm going to be hitting the M5 north to Cullompton, off at junction 27 I think it is, at which point I'll be utterly bored. Watch out for the gravel on the roads, check mirrors. Yeah, I'll be utterly bored, very cold. And when I get to Cullompton, I'm just going to ride the main roads back. Didn't put my earplugs in. Silly boy. Didn't take my visor off. Silly boy. I like those roundabouts, they're nice little corners. You can pretend you're getting a good lean in. Right, and this is where we see where the thermals, riding jeans, Kevlar lined riding jeans, and riding trousers are warm enough for this weather on the motorway at 70. Can't accelerate 240 until now. In the left-hand lane, so I am not giving any information that's needed, so indicator off, because that's what I was told to do last time. I left my indicator on because I was in the left-hand only lane, so I can only turn left, so there's no need to have it on. Mississippi to Mississippi. Position so that no one thinks they can just squeeze past me in my lane. So it's a 9-mile ride on the motorway. Checking my mirrors all the time, making sure I'm 2 seconds, at least 2 seconds behind the car in front of me. One Mississippi 2, no. I've got to throttle back more. They want me overtaking one Mississippi. There we go. I don't know what it looks like on the camera, but that's not that far from me. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three. You know, it's a minimum 2 seconds gap, isn't it? So there we go. You know what, I've got a lot of admiration for the IAM butt riders who just go, yeah, I'm going to jump on the motorway and ride the length of the country in 4 hours or whatever it is, but not for me. Maybe if I had a more comfortable, you know, bigger engine bike, a twin instead of a single, double the horsepower. So I think this is a 47 brake horsepower bike, might be wrong. It's not much. It doesn't need to be much. It just needs to be what I needed to do. But I wouldn't want to be on this, riding this road all the way up to Scotland to do the NC 500. Which is why I think Nathan Millwood's got the right idea when he does his The Job, which is Land's End to John O'Groats. He basically takes the back roads all the way up. You know, that way you get to see more of the country and more of the countryside. You get to enjoy the ride. But like I've said before, for me it's the journey when I'm riding the bike, not the destination. So I'm riding to ride the bike. I'm not riding to get somewhere, and I don't understand when people say, right, well, we're going to do a tour, we're going to ride through Italy, for example, we're going to do 300 miles in a day. It's like, how much of that do you really get to see though? You know, are you riding on the motorways? Because we went to France, I write alternative history books, we went to the Somme area, absolutely brilliant, lovely, and somehow I got the nav wrong and I was planning on going on the motorway, but I misread the signs, got in the wrong lane, because, you know, I just got the ferry, I was still thinking left lane instead of I should have been in the right lane. And anyway, we ended up going towards Belgium. I think there was a road closed as well, which didn't help. So we ended up going towards Belgium, which is north rather than south. So I kind of went, you know what, fuck it, I'll go with the flow. And so we then hooked east and then drove south, and we didn't drive on another motorway, and we came off and we were going through lovely villages, snaking roads, great views, completely chilled way of driving, absolutely brilliant. So up ahead there's a lorry which I've got to be prepared to overtake, as and when this car has gone. There we go. That blue car's probably going to want to come out at some point. There we go. Land Rover, Range Rover is going to overtake me on the right. Try to maintain the 2 seconds. Good season, I've got 2 seconds with that guy. Don't want to slow down too much. Come on, dude. Race to the wind. Ah, not too bad. Wait for the thing to get into my mirrors, shoulder check, and check mirrors, maintain speed. So anyway, yeah, we went through France, and it was just brilliant. I made, you know, the odd mistake sometimes on a roundabout where I might just drift over onto the correct side of the road and then back onto the incorrect side of the road for the rest of the trip, but it was lovely. It didn't add that much time on. It saved us because we weren't having to do péage. Gave us a chance to stop off at some small shops on the way to just get snacks and practice my rudimentary French, which by the end of the week or 2 weeks we were there was vastly improved. God damn, my fuel is draining. Absolutely chunking it down. Oh, I don't like that. Not sure if that's going down a mile at a time or not, but man, it seems to be going down loads. Right now on this bike, riding around town, doing my country laning and doing my off-roading, I've got something like 92 miles to the gallon, which I'm very proud of. Cullompton, sounds like Trumpton. Oh, load of cyclists. That's the road I'll be coming back on, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do that road. So statistically, motorways are safer because you're going in one direction, and you really shouldn't have cars pulling out in front of you from left or right. But at the same time, I think if you've got your chin piece in, you've got, you know, the fatigue. Yeah, the fatigue aspect as well. You know, because I'm kind of, even though I've got this shield, and this shield is really good, it's a Givy. I'm still acting as a human parachute right now. And I could have done with another layer or 3 maybe. got potholes. Even on the motorway, potholes. And indicated 300 mark. Well, I seem to have got over my anxiety of being on motorways. Oh, even with 2 pairs of socks on, my feet are cold. So that used to be fairground people in there, and then they built all these houses and didn't put any infrastructure, proper infrastructure in, which has upset a lot of people, you know, understandably. All those houses over there, because I was working as a doorman. I'll show you the pub I was working as a doorman on, if it's still open, which is fuck, which is why we were working it. Yeah, so we had a load of Polish workers come, and they weren't too bad, but the locals obviously got up in arms. Oh, there's ducks there. Don't be quackers, slow down for duck's sake. Anyway, sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, Polish builders would be coming out on the town, drinking hard, like they do. But it was more the locals that were the issue, and also the drug dealing and the gangs of kids. I mean, I'm talking gangs, you know, we're like talking 20 odd kids just marauding up and down the high street at whatever time o'clock, threatening to stab us. Established 2023, that's new, obviously. So, yeah. There used to be a Chinese shop back down there which had a Space Invaders. That was just the best. The Olive World, that's new. So it was Frankie's Sports Bar. I can't remember what was there. I think it was Dunn and Baker before that. Imaginal House. This is the Bull Ring. We used to have fairs and stuff here. Used to get my hair cut around here as well. The guy was from Hong Kong. He wasn't Chinese, but his wife was. Some nice houses here. You go in. Okay. And then Home Finders. I think it's Home Finders. Anyway, yeah. There was a, that's where I used to door. Lovely old building. Skanky as fuck. Dodgy as fuck. There's lots of lovely old buildings. I mean, look at that. Look at that. A proper Tudor housing. That pub back there is a bit dodgy as well. Basically, we had to be doorman there. Because if there was any more trouble, dealing, fighting, whatever, they were going to lose their license. There was a military and short-lived military shop there. Oh, that used to be a Chinese shop. That was really good. Back there was another Chinese shop where my dad threw the resident drunk out because he pissed all over the floor. I was most impressed as a young boy to see my father grab this vagabond. And he was also shouting out loads of racial slurs and stuff. I just went, nope, not having it. Yonked him. Eee. Sorry. Yonked it out. See, I should have predicted that. That was silly of me. But she did kind of do a walk along. I'm gonna have to look at that on the camera again. She caught me by surprise there. That's another good, well, that used to be a good Chinese shop there. And then that house or building on the corner was a B Jams at first, which used to sell frozen food. God, they got a lot of Chinese restaurants in Cullompton. It was a B Jams, and then it became a video centre, and we were one of the first people in our village to get video. We used to come here to get all the films out. They used to sell really good ice cream there. Now they obviously don't. And down there I used to do all my taekwondo training when I first started taekwondo, because I lived in the village up over the hill. In the village. All this wasn't here before when I lived here. That was completely different. That was Toad Hall. Used to go there for parties and stuff like that. That's new as well. So yeah, I used to jump from Bradnint and do my taekwondo training, and then sometimes I go into Exeter as well. Because it used to be you pay a flat fee, and oh, this road's shit. Play a flat fee and you could train anywhere with that organisation. So essentially, if I wanted to, I could train 7 days a week. I didn't want to. I was doing 3 or 4. When I was doing Kenpo, I was training a lot more. Like at times I was doing 15-16 hours of training. So I was a bit fit then. The state of these roads. So I'm making sure I'm avoiding, so I'm taking the dominant position, so here I'm on dominant 3, oncoming car, drift over, back onto dominant 3 for the corner, drift back into the middle, position 2. Stay slightly further away because it looks like there's going to be a lot of runoff. Yeah, there we go, going across. Of old farms around here, being in Devon. Dominant 3 looking ahead, using the limit point of view, LPOV. Bus is going to be coming out at some point. Okay, good, they've done it. I sped up, silly me. What's that car going to do? Nothing. Thank you very much. Oh, foot golf is brilliant fun. If you've ever done it or never done it, do it. Great laugh. They've got it at opposite Lympston Barracks as well. Great laugh. This is all new. None of this was here when I was a kid. Obs. So scanning the road, left to right, right to left. Move into position. 1. Not too close though. Watch out for the road there. Come across. Position 2. Now that's an advisory max speed limit. And that looks like an interesting lane to go down at some point. Can't go into position 3 because of the car. Can't go into position 3 because of the car. Can. Potential for cars to come out from here because there's a garage. There's been a garage here for as long as I've lived in Devon. It's funny. You never see anyone there. It's still only a 50 limit, so I've accelerated again. Got to watch my speed because that is something I will get marked down on. I'm not sure why there's a 50 on this road. Further on, I understand, because there was a lot of deaths. I don't know, maybe it's to allow people to pull in and out of Quad World, which is a great place. If you've never been to Quad World, I heartily recommend it. Went there decades ago. All that brand new, all that new. All this used to be Whiteway Ciders orchards. So all these fields were full of apple trees and horses. The horses would eat all the apples that had fallen on the ground. All this around here, all that was a Whiteways depot. It used to have Whiteways on the roof. It's a shame they've got rid of it. Let's go past the cyclist. Let's give him a wave. Bloody brave cycling along here, I wouldn't. But yeah, this used to be 60, and there was I used to go to school further up, we'll go past it, and for high school, and one of the dads that gave us a lift in, because they would take turns, would have already hit 120 miles per hour weight, probably about just past that cyclist, with like 3 kids in there, you know, no airbags, nothing like that, just mullered it. Although I must admit, I was doing a driving lesson coming up here, and I had a load of cars following me, and the driving instructor went, right, that used to be a road, right, they are going to go to overtake you in a minute, and when they do, I want you to shift down and accelerate. And he had me going at over 90 miles per hour. I don't know why, but he was a bit of a rapscallion. There we go. See, now that's how you ride on the road. You don't ride in singles, you ride in pairs, so that people can get past quickly. That's a lovely house, isn't it? Look at that. Used to come up the Scouts here, along here in Bud Lake. I think I was happiest when I was living in Bradninch as a kid. Dirt's in the middle of the road, 40, because that's new. This here is what used to kill a lot of people. Come over there at 120 fucking miles per hour, and someone would be turning across the road and swoosh. If you wondered what the other houses are, they're owned by the National Trust. Jesus Christ, I don't know why the phone started talking to me there, but it scared the shit. And I used to go to Scouts back there, and no, not Scouts, Cubs back there. You know, it's all very, oh damn it, I'm speeding again. It's all very well having you know, phones tell you what's what and everything else like that, but Christ almighty, a fucking voice just appearing in your head. There we go. See, I should have moved over more because they were there. So yes, I would then sacrifice vision for safety, and I should be more over here earlier. That's another thing I was told, was that I wasn't getting into position quick enough, so I was then leaving it a bit late, which then affected my smoothness of riding. I was going to say, sometimes cars can come out of there. Boom. Move over. Nice lanes down there. So one thing I've definitely got to watch is my speed. Coming up, my dad always used to speed up, because coming over here you used to get a whoop, and I was going back from Taekwondo with my mates and I sped up. Oh, did I speed up. And I hit this and left the road. Full on Dukes of Hazzard, yeehaw. Only in our case it was more like slammed into the road again, and scared the living shit out of myself and everyone. I am slowing down, what are you on about? Fuck off. Everyone in the car, who all then said, don't ever fucking do that again, man. And I was like, yeah, nope, fine, absolutely fine, we're not doing that. See, all these are National Trust, or they've been painted kind of to resemble National Trust colours. Basically, the Cullompton estate owned everything that you see, including that gorgeous pub over there. Brilliant food there, really good food. All this, imagine. All these people lived and worked on the estate. This is all part of the Cullompton estate. There you go, see there's a little sign there saying the Cullompton estate. It's actually got an Iron Age hill fort in Cullompton, which is on the top of the inside of an old volcano. It used to be quite volcanic in Devon at one point. So Dartmoor apparently is all the remains of volcanoes. At one point, 250 million years ago or something like that, it was taller than the peaks of Everest, which is fairly interesting. But now it's not. Isn't this light weird? Speeding up again. Very weird light. A friend of mine got knocked over here. We used to have to catch the bus back to Bradenich, and he stepped off about here and looked left instead of looking right. I was looking right-ish, so the car went past me very quickly, hit him, and I looked left and I was able to basically see him cartwheel over the car and almost land in what we would now call a superhero pose. Struggled to his feet and went, I'm alright, sorry. Here we go. So I'm not going to cross the lines. Everyone else is though. Naughty, naughty. Yeah, superhero pose. So then I ran in to the school and was trying to get the secretary, who was on the phone, to phone an ambulance. I said, you know, I was saying like there's been an accident and everything else like that, and she was like, I'm on the phone. So I was kind of like, right. So I then ran back out of the school and to a payphone, where I was then able to call the ambulance, because we didn't have mobile phones in those days, kids. You had to find a phone to call for help. Fucking nightmare, to be honest. Yeah, so I then phoned that, and then I realised I knew his mum's number. I can't remember why or how, but anyway, you know, we used to know telephone numbers in those days off by heart, didn't we? And so I then did a reverse charges call when I explained to the operator. I said, look, they've been knocked over, I need to do a reverse charges call. And so we put it through, and I was like, that's not a danger zone, there's a fucking so Kalimoto calls this a 30-mile-per-hour limit a danger zone. It's not a fucking danger zone apart from the fucking road. You see how much I'm bobbling along here? Shit roading. Anyway, so I kind of went, it's Matt Sylvester and everything, and she went, oh hi Matt, how's it going? I said, yeah, I don't want you to worry, but Ben's been knocked over. We've got an ambulance on the way. He says he's fine, but we're going to get an ambulance out and everything. And you know, I had to speak to the headmaster and everything about it all anyway, but I'd said, I can't remember who I said it to, my mum or to him or whatever, and anyway, I said, I told the receptionist I needed to make an emergency phone call because of Ben, and she wouldn't let me do it. And so he then interviewed me again, and he said, "Are you absolutely sure?" Because he was a scary fucker, Mr. Green. He was northern, proper northern, gigantic, florid faced, massively deep voice, flaming red hair, wild red hair, and a fucking temper to match. I tell you, literally just scared the shit out of everyone. And I was like, yeah, she wouldn't let me make the phone call. I had to run out and get things sorted. They went, right, thank you, I'll be having words with her. And I actually thought they were speeding up then. So he did. I don't know if she got sacked or anything, but anyway, he had words with her, and I actually got a governor's commendation. I wasn't expecting that. Road closed. Let's see where it's closed, shall we? Let's just go and explore. Yeah, I got a governor's commendation for my actions on that day, which, you know, is pretty cool. I've lost it now, didn't keep it, but yeah, it's always a bit of a shock when you actually see someone cartwheeling over a car. Because like I say, in those days that road wasn't even a 30 then, it was a 60, I think. I don't know what speed she hit him at, to be honest. It's just very, very lucky. There wasn't any brakes. She didn't even have time to brake. It was literally, he stepped out, she hit him. Why my phone is doing this? I don't want to do anything online. And yet I can't get the phone to call someone. Now, let's see how far I can go before it's truly closed. It's still not closed. And again, I accelerated too much. This really isn't very closed. So there it's closed. Okay, fine, I've just got Jenny Gate Lane. Okay.